The Titans take on the Colts in a huge playoff implication matchup as, well, if the Titans win, they could potentially be one game out of a playoff spot. We're going to preview this matchup and how the Titans could make the playoffs, all coming up right here on Titans Today. What's up, Titans fans? I'm your host, Jay Sanders, and we're going to talk a little Titans-Colts preview, but do a little bit in a different manner this time, as I kind of want to change things up and see what we can look at in depth in this matchup and hopefully how this Titans team can come out of in Nissan Stadium with another victory, going 5-1 at home. Let's take a look at both teams here first with their offense and defenses. You see right there, Colts scoring offense 8th in the league, defense 27th. Whereas the Titans, scoring defense 27th, and then scoring defense 11th, scoring offense 27th. Interesting there, huh? Seems like we have a little bit of strength on strength here with the Titans defense and the Colts offense, which kind of surprises me considering that I didn't really think the Titans defense was going to be that high in scoring, but they haven't allowed too many points, and obviously playing the Panthers and allowing 10 points helps a lot when you're playing a team that only has one win on the season. Now, there is something to note about this game that I think is very important. We have talked about this previously in the week and kind of want to bring it back up, how Jonathan Taylor actually is officially undergoing surgery on his thumb and is hopeful to return in 2 to 3 weeks, which means he will not be playing this Sunday against the Colts, or rather the Titans, for the second time. This is great, right? This is great. There's only one problem. Zack Moss, let's just say he had his best career game against the Titans last time these two teams matched up. 23 carries, 165 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Moss is something to be threatened with. Whenever Jonathan Taylor is out, well, Zack Moss has stepped up big time, especially against the Titans. They're going to have to contain him to have a shot to win this one. If we look at the AFC standings right now, you see the Colts at number 7 in that playoff spot at 6-5, followed by the Texans and Broncos, who are also 6-5. Then a 6-6 team, the Bills, followed by 5-6 Bengals, then a bunch of 7-loss teams with the Raiders, Chargers, Titans, and Jets, and then the Patriots we don't really worry about. But here's the thing. From 15 to 7, there's a 2-game differential, which means you win this game this Sunday, you're 1 game out. You are literally just 1 win away from potentially being a game out of the playoffs, which is kind of wild to think about. Not obviously you need some people to lose, you need some things to kind of fall in your favor, right? But at the same time, you got to feel kind of excited that there's a possibility that you could potentially be in a playoff spot within the next couple of weeks. Will that actually happen, though? Well, we have yet to find out. But this weekend marks a huge turning point, because if you win this game, you could potentially make the playoffs. If you lose this game, I think it might be donezo for the playoff chances, at least realistically. Who you got in this game? Type TEN for the Titans if you've got Tennessee, or if you got the Colts, I want you to type IND. You think I'm a homer, you think I'm going to present to you the topics that make the Titans look better, well, then comment IND if you think the Colts are going to win. Before we move on to today's show, let me tell you about today's sponsor, the reason we have the lights on, the reason we're here talking to you today, Game Time. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for your sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. They have pretty much every event in your area, and they know that you shouldn't have to worry about buying tickets to your next big event, and instead get excited and giving you the peace of mind when buying tickets with their best price guarantee. Now, Game Time is going to take the guesswork out of buying tickets because they have last-minute ticket deals, flash deals, zone deals, and it's really easy to find and buy tickets for every kind of event in your area. Plus, their app is super user-friendly. You can see the prices, you can see the stadium, and you can see your seat. They give you a little 360 view before you get in the stadium. You automatically know what in the world you are paying for. So, make sure you go to Game Time and use our code TITANSCHAT for $20 off your first purchase because, listen, Game Time is already obsessed with finding ways to help you save on money. Use our code TITANSCHAT and get $20 off. You're going to save even more. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code TITANSCHAT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code TITANSCHAT Titans chat, no spaces, for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets at the lowest price, guaranteed. Okay, let's look at the series storylines between these two AFC South rivals. You have the overall series record with the Colts and the Titans. Well, the Colts lead that at 36-22. They have only faced in the playoffs once. The Titans won that. Obviously, this not being a playoff matchup, but I feel like it was important to throw out there. Mike Vrabel's record against the Colts as a head coach, he is 6-5. Hopefully, going to make that 7-5 this weekend. And then the Titans versus Colts at Nissan Stadium. Well, the Colts still lead that series 14-7, but we've kind of seen that overall, Titans play better at home in 2023. 4-1 at home, 0-6 on the road. Maybe they could make that a 14-8 differential here this Sunday. Now, here's the first thing I want to start here with kind of talking about this matchup. I want to see Levis throw it downfield. It felt like last week against the Panthers, it was more or less first half. Sure, let's bomb it downfield. Let's go. Let's let Levis throw it. And then all of a sudden in the second half, it was like, no. Let's play conservative. Let's give it to Henry. Let's try and kind of run out this clock. It almost felt like the energy you had in that first half was lost. And it was playing to not lose, not playing to win. Now, there was a lot of key moments in that second half, but at the same time, give Levis a shot, especially maybe you're down a little bit, you're up a little bit, just see what he can do. I think it's perfect point right now because his passer rating is insane. In fact, if you look at the highest passer rating among rookies, well, guess what? Will Levis is third, only to C.J. Stroud and Tommy DeVito, which I got to be honest, doesn't make any sense. Now, this is minimum 50 attempts, so Anthony Richardson also is in there at 87.3, but the fact that he is above Anthony Richardson, although playing more games than him at this point, that's pretty good. You're only, less than 13 off of C.J. Stroud. Got to feel pretty good. And then Tommy DeVito, that was a little interesting there. I will say this, though. Levis may be injured. So he was on the injury report earlier this week and was seen limping at practice. I don't know how that's going to affect him at this game. I'm pretty positive he's going to play, but at the same time, it's something to monitor for the Colts because even if he does play, it's going to be a little bit more of an emphasis on the potential to go after the quarterback, especially with the offensive line struggles for the Titans. We've seen him get hit a lot, and we've seen him get hard. So hopefully they can keep him safe, and hopefully he'll be playing on Sunday as well. All right, here's the keys to victory that I think the Titans should most focus on. First of all, let Levis launch it. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. You got to let him throw it downfield. He has had time and time again where he can show you he can launch the dang ball. The Jaguars game, that long touchdown on the reverse trickery play by Tim Kelly to get it to DeAndre Hopkins in the end zone was an absolute beauty of a play call, beauty of a throw. Let it go again. Let him throw it downfield and see what you got. The second key to victory, give it to King Henry. Good things happen when Derrick Henry is running the football, and especially when he's running the football well. When he has 20 carries this season, the Titans are undefeated. They actually got their first victory when he didn't have 20 carries this past week. You want to know how many he had? 18. He was right there. You got to give the ball to Derrick Henry. That does start, though, with getting up early. So let this offense cook in that first half. Now, the third one, we talked about him earlier, and I want to bring him back up. You have to contain Zack Moss. Zack Moss is the key to this offense in terms of opening up. Gardner Minshew, I don't believe, is all of that. I think he is good, but ultimately, he shouldn't be a starting quarterback. He is a good backup, and I think that's where it should end. But when you let Zack Moss get out in space, when you let him take off, you're going to have to focus more on the run, which opens up the passing lane to receivers like Michael Pittman, Josh Downs. There's a lot of guys that Minshew can throw to, and ultimately, is he not exactly a starting quarterback, I believe? Yeah, but he's in the NFL for a reason, and he can make some throws. You got to contain Zack Moss to let this offense only rely on certain things. And then the fourth one, and probably the most important one, go out there and play loose. I'm tired of this being upset or being angry. We saw it in the Panthers game this past Sunday. They felt loose. They looked happy. At halftime, Mike Vrabel and the team was smiling, running the locker room. Obviously, they had a lead, but at the same time, it was just a different vibe. I don't know what Mike Vrabel said to his squad. I don't know what he did, but overall, it was more or less like, hey, we got this, guys. Let's just take a deep breath. Everything's going to be okay. Let's play loose. And that's exactly what they did, and I feel like that's the reason they won. Okay, it's time to predict the score for the Titans versus the Colts. I want you to get your score predictions in the comments. I'm going to give you here mine and momentarily, but get in there. Let me know. Do you think the Colts are going to win? Do you think the Titans are going to win? Let me know in the comment section below. I think the Colts are going to win, but by a narrow margin, 21-17. Now, I do think the Titans will have a chance to ultimately come up big at the end, kind of like that Steelers game. But I think just like the Steelers game, I think time might wind up being a factor, and Levis is going to have to launch to the end zone, maybe a similar finish. We'll have to see. I'm hoping and praying that he'll be healthy and ready to go, but we will see if that actually is the way it ends up. Make sure you're subscribed here on Titans Today. We're putting out Titans news, rumors, watch parties. We got everything coming here around the Tennessee Titans. So hit that subscribe button. And as always, Titans fans, tighten up.